Hey, I'm back. I just want to say, excuse me, I just want to say thank you for everyone who watched my lesbians versus men video. I think it has at least 140 views. Let's keep that viewing going up. Let's get it cranking. Oh, get it popping. But come back with another video, and topic for this video is, excuse me, it's about, I'm just gonna say, that's first of all we saying, I apologize for people who might get offended about this topic, or sexuality is this particular topic. I really do apologize. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's just, I really do want to talk about it because it is, I mean, it's not an issue with me personally, but it was an issue with me in the past. So I just want to talk about it. So the topic is about bisexuals. Yeah. About bisexuals. A bisexual is a male or female who likes both sex, basically. There's nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't see nothing wrong with being a bisexual. It's just that sometimes it just kind of like confuses me. Like, if you're in a relationship with a girl, and you're in a relationship with a boy too, at the same time, you're getting both people you're in a relationship with mixed signals, because you like them both, but you need to know in particular who do you really like, because you're just making their head kind of spin, and you don't want that to happen. And then at the end of the day, one person might end up getting heartbroken, and you don't want that to happen either. But particularly, it is about me. I have dated two bisexuals in the past, and I'm gonna say their names. Her name is Blanca, and her name is Samantha. Yeah. Blanca. The issue about Blanca is that she lied and never told me she was bisexual until, like, I would say like our 6 month dating each other. And Samantha, she told me on the jump start, yes, I am a bisexual, and I'm surprised she told me, and I'm glad she told me. That means that she cared about my feelings and so forth, blah blah blah. But so the issue with Blanca, she told me after our 6 months within dating that she was bisexual. I was kind of mad at first because, I mean, you should have told me in the beginning, not telling me as in, like, in the middle of like relationship. That's just saying like you really didn't give a damn about what's going on in between us. So passing that, that's not the worst part. So that was, I was upset about that, but whatever. Day goes on, so I wasn't even like mad about it. I was like, alright, whatever, you're bisexual. Okay. So, weeks has passed and was being with each other, and one of her friends texted me and said she saw her with a dude, and I'm like, okay, a dude, okay, probably just a friend or whatever. Like, does it really matter? But she said no. She was like, he's not really a friend. She said she saw them, holding hands and feeling on each other and kissing and shit. And I'm like, okay, so all this dude is her boyfriend. So it's another thing she didn't tell me. She had a boyfriend. She been with the boy for like 4 years before our 6 month relationship. So I'm like, wow, damn, you didn't even tell me that. Did that kind of pass your mind, or you just think of a damn either? So in that conclusion, I was like, I'm just gonna wait till she tell me, and she didn't even tell me about it until like 3 months later. She finally said, "Oh, well, I got something to tell you," and I'm like, "What do you gotta tell me?" She was like, "Well, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for, well, I thought it was 4 years. She said 7. We've been together for 7 years," and I'm like, "Wow, 7 years." I said, "When were you going to tell me this?" And she was like, "I wasn't going to tell you at all because I didn't want to lose you." And I'm like, "Well, guess what? You lost me today. I'm done with you, done with this bullshit, done with that." And like a few weeks before that, she cheated on me with one of my friends, which was a dude. And he told me like a week before she told me that her boyfriend and stuff. And I'm like, this is really insane. Like, she has no respect for herself and no respect for others. So I was just kind of done with her, just really done. So I was like, fuck it, and I ain't gonna deal with it. So Samantha wasn't as worse as Blanca, but Samantha had like a sneaky intention of doing stuff, and I would easily find out by her friends because her friends had my number, and they used to always text me whatever she was doing. So they text me like every time she was doing like for instance, like I wanted to go out with her for the weekend and go to movies or whatever when we were dating back then. And she told me she couldn't because she had family issues. So I was like, okay, that's fine, I understand. So like her friend texted me and said, have you talked to Samantha? I'm like, she should be home. She said she's having family issues, she stay home. She was like, oh, I just texted her, she was at the movies. I'm like, what? And the movies with who? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I was like, who she at the movies with? And she was like, some girl. I was like, okay, so what theater are they at? So she was like, oh, I could take you to the theater. You want me to go up there? I was like, sure, how about we do that? So she comes pick me up and we go to Silver Spring Theater. The theater that's up there by Silver Spring. So we go up there and we go to the movie theater. So we waited till they had came out the movie theater because I was gonna go in there and like put her on blast. So she walks out and I'm standing right there by the concession stand, and she looks at me like she was in total shock, like, why the fuck is my girlfriend here? So I kind of was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, who this? I was like, what's up, son? So she's in total shock, and she pulled me to the side. She was like, what are you doing here? Like, what do you mean? Why are you? First of all, what are you doing here? Don't you supposed to be at home? Like, what the fuck? Didn't you tell me you was at home doing a family issue? So why are you here? So like, why are you here? So I had nothing to say. She had nothing to say. She was talking, so I left. A few weeks later, I broke up with her because before that, like a few weeks later, we stopped talking, and in between weeks we were not talking. Her friend texted me and told me that she was with this other girl she's dating. She was dating me and this other girl at the same time. So I was just really tired of the bull crap. So I was like, I had to let her go because can't keep going through this bull with. It's just particularly, it's just bisexuals. It's like bisexuals think they can date a girl and a boy at the same time. I mean, which they can if they want, but at the same time, have respect for both partners and tell them what's going on. Don't let them find out to the last minute and you just look dumb because they found out about what the hell you've been doing behind their back. Like, I just think that's really disrespectful towards your partner or whoever you're with. Like, tell them the truth. Like, that's just, you're hiding shit. Like, for what? What are you hiding for? You're just hurting yourself. You're not hurting the person. You're hurting yourself more because what you're doing. And at the same time, you're going to end up getting that person you're with heartbroken. And, like, ever since that situation with bisexuals or people in general, girlfriends I just had trust issues. With anybody I was with, it was always a trust issue. So I'm just saying, like, person you're dating, either a boy or a girl or both at the same time, don't do that. Just don't do it. And then to me, it's always the bisexuals. It's like they think they can have the best of both worlds, but it shouldn't be like that. But that's what personally what other people do. They have the best of both worlds. They can date boys, they can date girls. I really don't care what you date. I just don't like what people are doing because I have a few bisexual friends and they do the same shit. Like, they'll have two boyfriends and a girlfriend, or they have two girlfriends and a boyfriend, and they just don't know what to do because they figure they can have the best of both worlds, and it shouldn't be like that at all. But that's all I have to say about bisexuals. But if you have any comments, questions about anything at all, ask me. I have no problem asking any type of question. I have no cut cards. So that's all I have to say. Bye.